This new 4-2-4 tactic is an absolute goal machine. It may have only got Newcastle third in the Premier League, but it got them 94 goals throughout that season, with both Alexander Isak and Callum Wilson both bagging over 40 goals each. And it even got Joe Linton 30 goals and Kieran Trippier 30 assists. But of course, if you're new around here and you're new to the channel, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. We then ran this tactic, of course, with Atlético Madrid as well, and they had an absolute goal fest. They bagged 99 goals whilst winning the league on 95 points. With the likes of Alvaro Morata bagging 29 goals, Correa hitting 24, and Memphis Depay bagging 19 goals. But let's get into the real meat and bones of this tactic now. Let's see the 4-2-4 overload. So the real test of this tactic came using Inter Milan, a team who typically don't play a 4-2-4 system. But with using this tactic, Inter Milan won Serie A by a landslide. They won 29 out of their 38 games and scored 111 goals in one season. We beat some of the biggest teams in the league, like this showcase here, as we battered Roma 2-0. But it wasn't just the league that we won with this tactic at Inter Milan. We also won the Coppa Italia, and we beat Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final. We smashed PSG 5-2 in that final, and of course a hat-trick coming from the most unlikely of places in Milan Skriniar, the centre-back. With both Lukaku and Lautaro Martinez bagging 40 goals each, very similar to Newcastle in this tactic, these two strikers bagged a hell of a lot of goals. And here's the tactic now on screen. Of course, we haven't used an updated database for this. The likes of Skriniar still being at the club, Onana still being at the club, but they did absolute bits using this system. We'll start, of course, in goal with Onana. He's playing as a sweep keeper on the fence, being told to tackle harder. We have Dumfries playing as a right full-back. He's in a wing-back role of attack duty, on him being told to stay wider and tackle harder, whilst on the left-hand side, DeMarco also told to stay wider and tackle harder, playing the wing back, but he's on the support option whilst Dumfries on the attacking option. Two centre backs, then you have a two centre back side with a central defender on the right hand side. On a defensive duty, of course, we're told to stay wider, close down more and tackle harder. Watch left centre back here on Bastoni. He's playing as a centre back on defensive duty as well, being told to close down more and tackle harder. We'll start off with Nico Barella, of course, in this DM role. He's playing as a regista on support and he's told to tackle harder, whilst Brozovic beside him is a deep line playmaker on defend with no individual instructions. We move out to the right hand side with Hendrik Mkhitaryan starting off on this one. He's playing as an inverted winger on support, being told to cross less often, get further forward, sit narrower and tackle harder, whilst on the left hand side, Kalhonglu is playing as an inside forward and attack this time round. We're told to sit narrower and tackle harder. We'll start off with Lautaro Martinez on the right of the strike force. He's a pressing forward on attack with no individual instructions, whilst Romelu Lukaku is an advanced forward, of course, on the attacking duty, and he is told to take more risks. We are playing with a balanced mentality, and you can see now our in possession instructions go like this. We're playing with shorter passing, pass into space, run at the defence, to go focus on that left and that right hand side here, both sides being focused on here when we do have possession, playing with a slightly higher tempo and playing a fairly narrow attacking width. In transition, we're telling our keepers to roll the ball out and distribute the ball quickly, and we are playing with counter and counter press both switched on. In the out of possession tab, you can see now we're playing with a high press here. We've got that much more offense all the way for that trigger press, all the way to the very, very top. Prevent short goalkeeper distribution is ticked on here. You can also see what get stuck in ticked on here, and I'm playing with a standard defensive line. So that has been the murphfm 4-2-4 overload tactic. I hope you enjoyed this video. Short and sweet, but you can see what we're working with and how good and how many goals it can get. We do have them set pieces turned on there. We mentioned Skriniar's hat-trick in that Champions League final. Those set pieces will all be in there for you. So download the tactic, have some fun, and let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed this one. And of course, make sure you're liking the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you again very, very soon.